Hey, YouTube. Good evening. I guess I got about a few minutes of light left. I hate this. It gets so dark. I mean, I know I got to buy a light. I'll do it. But I'm kind of stuck with depending on daylight. But I did want to give this share these thoughts. Did you guys see that mess that I saw today? That Trump mess. Lord have mercy. That's a press conference. I mean, this man went on and on for an hour and 15 minutes of him whining, complaining, talking about himself, talking about his numbers, talking about how the press picks on him, and they're all fake. I mean, why would you be picking on the very agencies that are going to be representing you every day? Just, I mean, it's just mindless. Just, I don't know any better words to say than just mindless. But I haven't thought about Trump. I think he's dyslexic. So since he's going to be laying on the couch and letting us all diagnose him and dig into his psyche, because he seems to be. I mean, it's almost like it's a therapy session where he was telling us all about his anxieties and the pain he goes through. First of all, I mean, one thing about I will say before I start with the dyslexia thing, he doesn't seem to give a damn about the fact that he's lying. I mean, can you imagine this is the person we're going to put in charge of wars? This is the person we're gonna put in charge of sending people overseas to die, to fight for what? He won't even know what we're fighting for. He runs so far it's like a reality show. And that was today, that was a mess. I'm telling you, that was a mess. I think Donald Trump is dyslexic. People have been making fun of him. I'm dyslexic. I have been dyslexic all my life, so I understand some of his frustrations. So that would explain why he's constantly trying to prove that he is smart, that he is smarter than anyone, that he's intelligent. But yet, when he speaks, he never talks about any kind of reports he's gotten or any kind of anything he's read or anything. It's always about what TV show he watched. So when you're dyslexic, you tend to watch things that are video. That's why I use this YouTube thing as opposed to Facebook. Probably. I mean, video is just easier to manage. You can watch it. You can take it in. You can listen to your books with your ears. There's all kind of tricks and things you can do. But to be the president, and you don't even read the damn report. You said you don't want to see anything more than a page. I think Donald Trump is dyslexic, which since there's been no reporting on that, then that means that he probably cheated his way through school. Because if it was common knowledge, we would just know it. He's dyslexic, but we don't know that. So, which means he probably went to regular classes. He didn't have any kind of special education in school, which means he probably cheated his way through. I mean, if you're dyslexic, I imagine college courses would be very hard for you. And I know the hell they would be for me. With all the money they had and the support they had, obviously, I mean, they can make it happen. If he wanted the diploma, you basically go out and buy one. So he probably was paying people to read for him and things and do his homework and things like that. So that's not a criticism of people who are dyslexic. Steven Spielberg, that guy who's out there windsurfing with Obama, that billionaire, I forgot his name. He's dyslexic. These people can talk about it because they're people of great accomplishment. But there's always this thing where probably his father was taskmaster. I'm just analyzing Donald Trump tonight because I mean he's blessed me with all of his thoughts for all day. Probably his father, before they understood what that was, back in he's 70 years old, so back in the day, they didn't have much of an understanding of that. So his father was probably pushing him and calling him stupid and calling him dumb and calling them names where he got these deep-seated insecurities about his mental capacity. Maybe that was what motivates him to overachieve. I guess building doesn't require a lot of uh, it must not require a lot of reading. I mean, I guess his strong suit is these deals he likes to talk about, this charisma that he seems to live by, live on his charisma. But I don't think this is a good fit for a president of the United States of America. It's obvious that he can't read. I mean, when some of some of these clips that I've been seeing, they're showing him struggling to read in his depositions, all these court cases involved in things. That's a complicated psyche. But he needs to be really doing that with the psychiatrist, with some help. He needs to be getting some help. And unfortunately now, I don't know how you backtrack it because he's the president. Phone's too far away. Okay, I'm just checking in. I thought that thing was it was hard to watch. It was insane. It was crazy. I mean, the way he talked to all of the reporters and so forth. I mean, isn't there a country? I mean, I would imagine I could see his desk would just be full of paperwork and briefs, and I mean, he's got to have a lot to do. Sit up here arguing with the damn press and arguing about Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is on vacation. Why is that important? I guess his banning. This dude must be smart. Somebody gonna have to be behind him running this country. So I wouldn't leave it up to. I mean, he can come out and make these big statements every once in a while. They teach him how to go out there and be a puppet, but I don't think it's mine. I don't think he has the capacity to be president. Then he doesn't give Obama no credit whatsoever. I mean, everyone in this country should remember what condition this country was in when Obama took office. He had got it back on track. A little over 4% unemployment rate. I don't know what is there to be dissatisfied with, but Trump says that he inherited a mess. Oh, it's horrible. Oh, it's a mess. I got to put it all together. Only me. Really? What the hell does that got to do with reality? I know you guys are sick of hearing about him in reality. Because everybody's talking about everybody saying the same. Well, everybody's saying the same thing because that's what everybody's observation is, because it's the truth. You know, we got to try to figure out, we have to watch this shit on TV, and we got to try to figure out what is true every day. We don't know nothing about the situation with Russia. He goes and denies everything, but he's already proven that he could give a damn about no truth. He doesn't mind lying at all. I think Donald Trump probably cheated his way through school. He's a dyslexic, and he's trying to cover that up. So he's got the stress of trying to always sound smart, even though he hasn't read anything. And it just was not. Well, fortunately, I mean, all he really has to do as president is to be able to put the right people in the right positions if he'll listen to them. So if he has enough, if he has the vision to at least hire the appropriate people to put in the appropriate offices, maybe we can get through this 4 years without this world collapsing on our heads. I don't know. But if today was any kind of example, whoo, God bless you, people.